Red Bun means we're live, a casual take with your boy Steven Pepper, here to give a take off my chest. So Luka Doncic made his return to Dallas last night, and it was the ultimate middle finger to Nico Harrison. Luka said with his performance, "Oh, F you, Nico. You're going to trade me? All right, bet. I'm going to embarrass you for 48 minutes, and I see you hiding in those tunnels. You can't escape this 45, 8, and 6. It was just emotional masterpiece from Doncic. It was like watching a girl who got dumped for letting herself go, walking to her ex-boyfriend's favorite bar and just look like a goddess. Like, hey, remember me? The one who was nothing but loyal to you, made all those fond memories with you. Your mom said I was the one. Yeah, you kicked me out for some ran-through chick, and now look who's winning. Me. It's a decision that's going to haunt Nico and the Mavericks for all of eternity. Because this is a franchise that was set up for at least 15 years of success. Because a guy in Luka doesn't come around often. By 25, he was already a 5-time first-teamer and just took this team to the NBA Finals. He wanted to be there for life. But Nico said, "Nah, we good. I'm going to trade him because we think he's fat." And for who, by the way? Well, I'm going to remind you, a 32-year-old Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and just one singular first-round pick. That was the haul. It's easily the worst trade in this league. I still can't justify it even 2 months later. Oh, and by the way, those pieces that Nico Harrison so coveted, AD and Christie, just a measly 24 combined points last night. Luka had 31 by halftime. Talk about stunting on your ex. He had something to prove. But you know who also had something to prove last night? The Mavericks fans. Because they were mad and they made sure Nico Harrison heard it. It was 48 minutes of nothing but protesting. They essentially turned a home game at American Airlines Arena to a road game. Those fire Nico chants were loud. It was even louder than Mike Breen at times. And they didn't just start at, they didn't just like go one cycle at tip-off. It was the duration of the game. They were furious. That was their guy in Luka Doncic that they were emotionally invested in for 6.5 years and expected 10 more. And they traded that. So every time Luka, their guy, touched the ball, they pretty much gave him a standing ovation. Like Luka was giving their team belt to ass, and they were cheering. But I don't blame him. Because if Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks showed with this trade that, yeah, we don't care about the Mavericks fans, we don't care about your well-being and the connection that you had with Luka, then why should the Mavericks fans care about the team? Why should they? Oh, and in the audacity that the Mavericks are trying to say, oh, we care about Luka, so we're going to give him this tribute video. Dude, here's a thought for you guys. You should never run a tribute video for the 25-year-old face of the franchise unless he died. Because he should never be on someone else's team. He should be on yours. You should never trade somebody like that. But the Mavericks did. The Mavericks did. And to say, oh, Luka, we miss you. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would not have traded Luka. It's clear that Luka missed you. He's like the person who got dumped, who got blindsided, clearly wanted to stay in this relationship, had a lot of feelings, and you just dumped him. Luka invested everything into Dallas. That was his home. And the fact that he got traded clearly blindsided him. You could see the tears in his eyes, the lip quiver when he was watching that tribute video. And the fact that Luka, by the way, bottled his emotions, had no hiccup for 48 minutes, went straight Mamba after just, because remember, the night before he got ejected. So it's been a 2 days emotional streak for Luka. The fact that he was just able to go Mamba, it's just pure emotional strength. I think Luka should get praised the entire day just off that alone. I have so much more love for Luka. Although he's always been my baby goat, I love him even more for his emotional strength. But man, even more salt in the wound is Anthony Davis. They traded Luka for who again? Anthony Davis, who I love Anthony Davis. I'm one of his biggest fans. But that was his opportunity to, even with Luka balling in front of the Mavs crowd, to say, hey, I'm one of the best players in the world too. We at least got something here with me. But it was pathetic. And it's why the Luka trade just made no sense, no matter how talented I think Anthony Davis is. It's because he's not Luka. He's never been able to be a tier 1 player because he can just check out offensively. He cannot dominate game 1, game 2, game 3 offensively. He can just lack aggressiveness. And that's why the trade was so bad, although I love Anthony Davis. But Nico liked him. And it's going to cost this team for a long time. It's already costing them 9 figures in merchandise and ticket sales. And the fact that Nico still has a job after last night gives me all the hope in the world as a soon-to-be college graduate that, hey, even in a recession market, I can land a job. Because if he can get a job or still keep a job, I can get a job. But what did you guys think about Luka Doncic's emotional masterclass last night in his return to Dallas? I appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of A Casual Take. Follow my social media to stay updated on all things related to the show. Until next time, see ya.